Today I'm here with another short story, the story of late Kate. Be very careful in life what words you use when you talk. You should always use words of affirmation and confirmation. And that is so important because when we use negative words, the negative words tend to get stuck, and especially into children's minds. The children's minds are so receptive and so formative that whatever you put in there remains there, unfortunately. So make sure that whatever criticism you do is constructive criticism, but not with negative words, with positive words. You could do better, and you have done a very wonderful job, and I'm sure that you'll do much better next time. But this was really awesome, and this was really wonderful that you did this, rather than saying no. Oh, you could have done better. Oh, you didn't do so well. Oh, see, your same classmate, he or she has got more marks than you. These things are so negative. So there's this story of late Kate. There was a girl, and her mother always used to tell her, never be late, otherwise you will become a late Kate. And she used to think that her mother was it was quite irrelevant to be told that. And she was a small girl herself. She was about 7, 8, and 7 and 8 is so small that you really can't tell them at that age, though those are the formative years. But you really can't say that this is what they will be turning out to be in their later years. So it so happened that one day Kate went down to the seashore. It was close to the house. Their house was on the beachfront, and she went down to the sea, and she was playing over there among the waves. And it was a common thing because all the neighbors and all used to be there. So very often she used to walk down, and the others used to be there sitting and lying down on their big chairs and watching the ocean go by. And they were all relatives and known people. So she used to go very often over there. Now you know that tides change after certain hours in the morning. The tide changes, so you have the tide coming in, and then you have the tide going out. The going out tide is rather dangerous because it can catch hold of you and throw you out deep into the ocean. So that is the time when they tell you don't go there. When it's high tide, like the waves are coming in, it will throw you towards the shore rather than pulling you out. It's the ones that go out that pull you out. So now Kate was there playing, and luckily she had her dog with her, and her dog Brutus was there playing around, and he was a big strong dog, and she was a small girl. So she was playing, and the mother told her now it's time to come in, and then she got busy talking to her friends who were just there close by. And Kate kept on playing in the water, and the tide changed, and she found the water receding down. The water recedes down, and the shoreline gets dry, and the water keeps going further on. So she went following the water and going deeper and deeper, and then next thing you know, one of these big waves came and it took her in. And next thing, she was out of her depth, so she started shouting, help, help, but there was no one around to hear her. Brutus saw her. Brutus the dog saw her, and he quickly, dogs, all four-footed animals are very good at swimming, so this dog, he quickly went up to her, caught hold of her dress in his teeth, and dragged her back to the shore. And then her mother came to realize what had happened, and next thing she said, oh my gosh, somebody shouted out and said, see, the dog is pulling a child in. And then they went to see, and she too ran, and then they saw that it was her own daughter Kate. And she said, see, I told you not to be late, Kate, and what happened today could have been absolutely late. So never forget your time. And then from that day onwards, Kate was never late. So don't wait for some calamity or some big problem to strike you before you listen to these admonitions of your elders or of the people around you, because they know better. So when they tell you don't be late, be on time. Being on time is so very important. If you're going for a meeting, or you're going for an interview, or you're going for any function, please be on time. Please make sure that it's one of your absolute ground rules that you have to be there on time, because that shows that you have respect for that person. That shows that you are somebody to be depended upon, to be trusted, to be there when you are required to be there. That is so important. And it's your intentions that are good. Sometimes you're not able to make it for other external reasons, like there's an accident on the road, and or maybe you're at a level crossing, and that the train came in and stopped you, and so you got a bit late. But your intentions were good, and you plan to be there. Sometimes people don't know that they were required to be there, and sometimes they're told that they should have been there. That also is a bit of a problem, and these things should not happen. So if you make it a habit, then people will know that irrespective of what anyone says or does, that this person is somebody to be trusted and this person is supposed someone to be relied upon. And yes, you create your strength of character there, and you make an indelible impression on the people in front of you. And that's the idea of the whole reason of telling you this.